Hello YouTube, this is Mike Dunn 878. I got a Wi-Fi match. It was kind of a grab bag match, and it's against Atmospheric Ray, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, he leads with Lantern, I lead with my Whirlipede. I go straight for the Toxic because I don't want Lantern, doing whatever Lanterns do, be bulky as hell. So I go for the Toxic just to, get residual damage going on it. I wasn't sure if he had the heal bell, but I figured even if he did, I could just get him Toxic now. So next turn I just go for the Toxic Spikes, and he went for the Thunderbolt. That actually did way less than I thought it would. I thought it would do a lot more, so I was pretty glad. He switches to his Heracross, who has the Guts, because, Moxie is released, so I know he has Guts. I go for the second layer of Toxic Spikes, and at this point I know, I'm going to be able to wear down a lot of his team just through Toxic. Because I saw in team preview a lot of them are grounded. Anyway, he gets a crit on his Mega Horn, which is Guts boosted, and that does nothing, even though it's a crit on a Guts boosted attack, which is stabbed. But I did resist it, but I only won 2 times resist it. Anyway, he switches to his Rotom here. I don't know why. He could have went for the Stone Edge, but maybe he was choiced. Anyway, he goes for the Thunderbolt to finish me off, and my Steamroller there did nothing. He recovered it with leftovers. Anyway, I'm going to switch into my Rhyperior, and he's going to go for the Will-O-Wisp. I assumed he would, but I went for Stone Edge anyway, because I knew I'd be able to still do good damage, even with a burn, because I have attack investment. But I ended up missing, and now he's going to switch to his Celebi. He gets Toxic because of the Toxic Spikes, and my Stone Edge still does a little bit to him, not really a lot though. He'd recover with Giga Drain. So, obvious, Giga Drain is obvious. So I'm going to switch to my Houndoom because I resist both of his stabs. I resist the Psychic and the Giga Drain. He goes for the Psychic and it doesn't affect me, so that goes fine for me. And I know I can outspeed this thing in my sleep, so I'm just going to go for the Flamethrower because most of them don't run max speed. And he brings back in Lantern. It takes the Flamethrower like a Lantern. And it recovers most of it back with the leftovers, but Toxic is going to obviously wear it down eventually. So I switched to my Scrafty at this point because I know I have the Shed Skin in case he goes for the Thunder Wave. And I have a Special Wall so I can take any of his hits. And I just want to set up on him, so I think, yeah, I go for the Bulk Up and he switches to his Heracross just to prevent me from setting up. His Heracross gets poisoned again, all that. There's no point in using Heal Bell when I had the spikes up, Toxic Spikes. Anyway, I went for the Bulk Up, all that, and he came in. I can't stand because I'm still going to be KO'd even at +1. So I bring in my Crobat to take the close combat. I assumed he wouldn't overpredict because he'd want that Scrafty gone as quick as possible. So I know he's choiced at this point because he switches out. When Stone Edge could have KO'd me. So I went for the Sludge Bomb because this is a specially offensive Crobat. And the Sludge Bomb does get the poison, which is kind of unfortunate for him, but I think it's like a 30% chance, so it's not really that bad. It doesn't really do a whole lot though. So anyway, I switched my Scrafty to take whatever hit he wants to do. I figured he'd Thunderbolts, but he actually goes for the Overheat, which doesn't really even do half. So anyway, I have the red card, which is kind of random for me, but whatever. So I drag out his Druddigon after I get hit with the fire, or the Overheat I mean. He's not going to stand against my Scrafty because he knows I have the Bulk Up. So he switches back to his Heracross, and I go for the Bulk Up. And I knew he'd overpredict here. I had a really strong feeling he would. Did he want to get the Crobat out of the way? So he'd go for the Stone Edge, and I switch to Crobat because he already has damage on it from before. So I figured that I could stay in and take that Stone Edge and go for the Drain Punch, and that ended up working out really well. Because now his Heracross is going to die when it comes in from its poison. And he switches back out to his Celebi, and I get another Bulk Up on his switch. And, he gets leftovers, all that. And he goes for the Giga Drain, and I'm a specially defensive wall, so that Giga Drain isn't really going to do anything. And I'm just going to go straight for the Crunch, because he resists Drain Punch. It wouldn't KO, definitely. So I go straight for the Crunch. The only thing he has that resist it would be his, that Pure Steel type, that Gear Pokemon, I don't know what it's called. He brings back in his Heracross. I can't risk him carrying my Scrafty, so I switched to Rhyperior. Just because I haven't used Rhyperior on the defensive switch yet, I assumed he wouldn't go for a close combat. And I ended up getting there, but he brings his Druddigon now, and I know this thing has both Sheer Force and Hone Claws, so it's going to be able to do a lot of damage with whatever it hits you with. So I just go for the rest here, because I know that he's just going to want to set up the first turn. He won't be able to KO me unless he sets up. So yeah, I do my Resto Chesto, which I love on Rhyperior. And he uses the Earthquake here, and I have the Solid Rock. So I didn't think it would do that much, but look at that damage. That's just massive damage. I know he has 120 base attack, Druddigon does, but that's just amazing. But he's Life Orb plus Hone Claws, so I guess the damage is good because of that. If he didn't have those things, it probably wouldn't have done half. Anyway, I have to switch out because I'm extreme risk of being KO'd. I switched to my Milotic because I know I'm faster and can take any Earthquake he wants to dish out at me. So I didn't want to over-predict, because if I over-predicted, he'd end up winning with the Druddigon and end up KOing my Milotic. So I go straight for the Ice Beam, switches in his Rotom, it doesn't really do anything. And I know Rhyperior can take any hit this Rotom ever wants to dish out, Will-O-Wisp, Thunderbolt, Overheat, whatever. Trick, doesn't matter. So I just switch it, and my Rhyperior is the safest switch. And he goes straight for the Thunderbolt, so that worked out well for me. I resisted his Overheat anyway, and I'm specially defensive, so it wouldn't have done a whole lot. Anyway, he goes to the Will-O-Wisp here, and that's fine with me, because I actually went for the rest. And at this point, half his team is crippled. I've only lost one Pokemon. The majority of his team is either crippled or whatever. So he told me in the chat, he was like, I'm just forfeiting. So he forfeited, and versus recorder doesn't record forfeits, so that's what happened. And it was an okay match. It was pretty fun. And I had mad prediction pants on, and the battle ended up going pretty fun. So Mike done 878, and whatever I want to say this time, I'll say keep watching. Keep watching. I have tons of matches upload. I have a Halloween special coming up with They Finally Found Me, and actually I'm gonna end up uploading a loss, so that's kind of funny because usually people don't do that. And anyway, I'll see y'all later.